What is going on, guys? Kevin Cage here with another cryptocurrency update, and let's kick it off. We are on quantifycrypto.com/heatmaps, and I absolutely love this website. Here's the URL if you're curious, and we can see that we can rank crypto assets in a variety of ways. You can see the number of coins, we can sort by market cap, top gainers and losers, anything in between. Time frames, exchanges, etc. And what I like about this, and I'm going to start using this a lot more, is we can get a glance of the top 50 assets. We can see the price, such as HBAR at 40 cents pushing today, and the daily performance up 7%. Instead of having to go to CoinMarketCap, scrolling through all of these in the top 100 and, going back and forth, I really do like this to observe at a glance. And wanted to thank Crypto Eddie for sharing this platform. She's been using this for quite some time. And if you could, I'd greatly appreciate everybody watching this video right now to go subscribe to her channel and turn those notifications on. She's almost at 91,000 subscribers. Let's get her up to 100K. Let her know that Cage sent you, and I know we all greatly appreciate what she does for this entire cryptocurrency space on a daily basis. Next up, we have Brooks and Twistle. XRP-enabled payments are coming to the Middle East, sharing what we just shared in the previous video with the PYYPL in the UAE using an on-demand liquidity corridor is a game changer for consumers remitting money home, sending money home, as well as FIs, financial institutions that can eliminate costly pre-funded accounts in destination currencies. Exciting day for Team Ripple. And remember, this gentleman was formerly, we got Uber, Goldman Sachs, and he's the VP and Managing Director in the APAC and MENA region. And I also like that I Am Legion down below is referencing his 18 years at Goldman Sachs as well. Next up, Bank XRP, US regulators exploring how banks could hold crypto assets, the FDIC chairman. This is a Reuters article. As of today, a top US bank regulator said US officials are looking to provide a clearer path for banks and their clients that are looking to hold cryptocurrencies in order to keep control over the fast-developing asset. Referring to the entire asset class, I'm assuming. We have Ms. McWilliams, who chairs the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, the FDIC, told Reuters in an interview on Monday that a team of US bank regulators is trying to provide a roadmap for banks to engage with crypto assets. In quotes, "I think we need to allow banks in this space while appropriately managing and mitigating risk," she said in an interview on the sidelines of a fintech conference. "If we don't bring this activity inside the banks, it is going to develop outside of the banks. Exactly, too big to ignore, like we always say. The federal regulators won't be able to regulate it." Powerful times. Next up, DJ Peter Voss, thank you for sending this to me as well. Well, looky here, folks. Facebook is tapping Coinbase as a custody partner for their Novi crypto wallets. As we know, Facebook launched Novi, its digital wallet for crypto, and it's tapped Coinbase to be its custody partner. Novi users will be able to transact the Paxos dollar, a stablecoin whose value is pegged to the US dollar. David Marcus, head of Novi, said he chose the USDP because it is fully backed by the US dollar. Whereas some other stablecoins may be backed by baskets of crypto assets, and it gets a little cloudy and confusing. Seems like they're going to be playing it on the safe side. USDP, the Paxos dollar, ranked 100 on CoinMarketCap as of Tuesday with a valuation of $946 million. So let's just call it an even $1 billion. And whereas Tether, USDT, is the ticker, the other stablecoin, and there's a lot of controversy surrounding it, but it is the largest stablecoin, is ranked 5th, number 5, with a market cap of $69 billion. So as we can see, Tether right here, number 5. And then we have the Pax dollar, rank 105 currently, approximately $946 million market cap. And remember, guys, those who say it can't be done are usually interrupted by others doing it, and those doing it pay no attention to the doubters. The successful people never have time to throw stones or cast doubts on others or blame others. They're too busy working and focusing on improving themselves. It's me versus me. It's you versus you. Look at other people's success as motivation that you can do it too. Do not look at other people's success and be intimidated by it, or even make you feel inadequate in your current endeavors. Ignore that. Use it as motivation. If I can do it, you can do it. If you can do it, I can do it. Next up, it looks like another $8 to $9.5 trillion is on the way to the cryptocurrency market, as I'm referencing with this retweet, Standard Custody, a subsidiary of PolySign. What will it take to tokenize the securities market? We have Jack McDonald, CEO of PolySign and Standard Custody, and he spoke with the leaders last week of Future Finance 3. Projections put the size of the security token markets at US dollar valuations of $8 to $9.5 trillion within just 4 years. Let's also take into account these statistics that Real Vision Finance has also provided of us going from 140 million people or users up to 1 billion users in the next 3 years. So we have this in the next 4, that in the next 3, and we're already growing at a rate of double than what the internet did grow at on a year-over-year basis from the 90s to 2000. And this is the volcanic eruption of Web3. And we can see everybody involved. So we can see Fireblocks, which we're definitely going to hear more of in the future. We got PolySign, HSBC, RippleNet, Deloitte, STX, and more. And here they are right here. And before continuing with crypto news, guys, if you expect me to be perfect, you're going to be severely disappointed. I make mistakes every single day, but I'm always going to be honest. I'm always going to be transparent because I take pride in that. Just like Gary Vaynerchuk says, word is bond. If you do not have character, you don't have anything in my book. Integrity is everything, and your word is everything to me. Next up, shared by Adam Chorley. He's actually the COO and co-founder of Alchemy Exchange and their native token ADS. Highly recommend checking out this asset. And I even saw BitBoy did a video covering this asset. In case anyone needs proof that big tech or these big tech firms are literally spying on us, Amazon is getting in bed with UK spies. There's a reason governments will not deal with big tech privacy violations. Centralized systems are easier to monitor. As we can see, Amazon is striking a deal with UK spy agencies to host top secret material. Next up, speaking of the previous video where we had US Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen talking about taxing unrealized capital gains, which is absolutely insane. We have Jamil K's tagging me in this, shared by Brian. Taxing unrealized gains is not constitutional. Right here if you'd like to read more. Next up, shared by Michael, Val5 Links, thank you for sending this my way. The Korea Teachers Credit Union, a fund that managed over $40 billion in assets, is mulling investing in Bitcoin next year, according to a report published by the Korea Economic Daily. And the thing is, this is going to be more and more common, and even Fire Dragon is spot on right here. If institutions, if hedge funds, if all these unions across the board around the world even allocate 1%, 2% or more, because I'm insane, I'm essentially 100% crypto, just like Real Vision Finance founder, we can see 1 to 2% of their portfolios, that would be a huge influx. And my net worth is, 80% in crypto, I'd say. I'd say the other 20% is precious metals, along with a big chunk being real estate. Next up, to highlight this again, just like in last video, MasterCard, one of the top credit card issuers in the world and payment networks, is tapping Bakkt to offer crypto for payments network. What do you think all these other providers are going to do? Visa, we could talk about the huge group which eclipses MasterCard and Visa, which is UnionPay, and they have direct ties to Ripple partner, DLocale. UnionPay is bigger than MasterCard and Visa, without a doubt, and they are all throughout China. So that's another group I'm watching. Now, Bakkt, this organization is owned by ICE. Who is ICE? ICE is the owner of the New York Stock Exchange. So safe to say that New York, kind of the financial capital of the United States, is paying very close attention to the cryptocurrency space. And I think that they are well connected. Who else has a banking charter in the state of New York, the most strict state in the world? PolySign, and I almost whispered that. And then notice that New York is going after Nexo and Celsius, but they're not going after BlockFi, are they? Interesting. All those crypto lending platforms. Next up, FTX, one of the largest crypto exchanges out there, has finalized its Ledger X acquisition. And the unit will now operate as FTX US Derivatives. The deal's close follows the launch of a non-fungible token marketplace earlier this month. The US exchange's parent company announced last week a meme-friendly raise of $420 million from 69 investors. Seems like they're trying to be funny, 420, 69. Some of the fresh capital, the exchange has also announced a $900 million funding round in July, set aside for bringing more firms under the FTX umbrella. And in the previous video, we covered this with the $235 trillion opportunity that MasterCard is doing, now connected to Bakkt. We already talked about them being partnered with Ripple. MasterCard has huge ties with, of course, R3, shocker. And what do we see here? Applications addressing a range of use cases. And we have FIS, we have HSBC, WorldPay, all ties to RippleNet. I encourage you guys to follow I Am Legion on Twitter, read through his blogs. He'll go step by step why and how RippleNet and a variety of other networks are connected to WorldPay, ACI Worldwide, RippleNet partner, and they said in the future that Ripple will be alongside some of the top options for settlements, cough, XRP. We have Google Pay, Allstate, all kinds of networks. and all kinds of large banks. And remember, this is a $235 trillion opportunity. And they're connecting to crypto, connecting to Bakkt, you name it. And yes, it is my bet that many other companies are going to be following suit. Next up, guys, XRP Darren. I encourage you to follow this gentleman ASAP, and he has found an absolute gem. I encourage you to check him out on Patreon. He'll release all this information for you. Just to go high level, the Cayman Islands Monetary Authority, the central bank, available options in the drop-down list for payment data includes, besides Swift and Fedwire, what did I say about ACI Worldwide? The gentleman from ACI Worldwide, and I uploaded that entire interview. It's a 30-minute plus interview, even shows Ripple is one of these settlement mechanisms alongside all of these for the central bank. You cannot make this stuff up. Highly recommend following him and support him on Patreon. This is one of the true researchers in the cryptocurrency space. Next up, we've shared by TaxBit, and this organization is my chosen tax software because it's backed by PayPal, backed by Coinbase Ventures, you name it. TaxBit courts corporate America with crypto accounting software, and BlockFi will be the first customer of TaxBit's new corporate accounting suite. So they've begun pitching corporate America on specialized crypto tax prep software in a sign of the growing business behind Bitcoin and other digital assets. Expanding just beyond retail, we can see the Draper, Utah-based company is betting that the next big wave of crypto-minded accountants will come from corporations, an area traditionally cautious about the $2.5 trillion asset class. I remember seeing silly YouTube comments and videos I did during the March 2020 crash. We were at $100 billion and a $200 billion market cap. We've 20x to 10x since that point. And I saw the doubters leaving all those comments, and it is so funny. Let results speak for themselves. This market is going to continue to climb on a year-over-year basis. Yes, there's going to be pumps, there's going to be dumps, there's going to be bubbles, but the big picture is what I have in mind. Now remember, MasterCard said it will vastly expand its crypto capabilities as part of a push to get banks and merchants into cryptocurrency. And this is what I wanted to reference again. In quotes from the FDIC, if we do not bring this activity inside the banks and regulate it, it is going to develop outside of the banks. The federal regulators will not be able to regulate the cryptocurrency market. Zero doubt. We have the founder of Ontology and their native asset, ONT, discussing data protection or data protection is becoming an increasingly prominent issue of regulators. DID solutions, these decentralized identity solutions, can prove that a safer, more robust web is possible. And this is highlighting a Cointelegraph article powered to the masses. While regulators are closing in on crypto, the war for personal data, megabases, is still starting. In Masari Crypto, one of the best resources for anybody in crypto research, has highlighted Ontology. Check out this thread plus the related article to learn more about Ontology Network. Key features include its decentralized identity, the DID solutions, and data solutions, dual token model, and consensus algorithms. We have ONT, we have ONG, the gas token, we have the Onto wallet or Ontology wallet, Wing Finance, Sega Protocol, you name it, and their aggressive APY staking. Last time I checked, approximately 40% APY. Also, in quotes, renewed interest in cash and carry would bring more buying pressure to the spot market. Discussing the Bitcoin futures ETFs may boost cash and carry yields. And this is what I was actually referencing. New York joins the crackdown on crypto lending platforms, now targeting Nexo and Celsius. Very interesting. They always wait until these platforms get very, very big, and then they want a slice of the pie. Politics. And last but not least, we're going to finish up with this clip. Now, this is Dan Moorhead, shared by Crypto Addy of Pantera Capital. This is the first crypto hedge fund that has ever been, and also an investor in API3, and early investor in the company Ripple, who launched the first cryptocurrency fund in the US when Bitcoin was $65 in 2013. Goes on to share his advice to investors at SALT, New York, on the 8th of this month. In quotes, there is more than one asset now. It's not just Bitcoin like when they first started. The majority of future gains are from other things other than Bitcoin. So why is everybody so focused on Bitcoin? Yes, I'm so grateful for Bitcoin. No, I don't think it's going anywhere. It's the first mover. It's here, digital gold, whatever narrative you believe. But the ROI, the return on investment to make money, is in the altcoin market. So let's listen up to Dan Moorhead. Appreciate all that like and sub. All links can be found in the video description, and let's listen up.
Dan, as somebody who's gone this journey, what are you excited about now? I mean, these new DeFi lending models. What's the next big zeitgeist?
Yeah, I guess I would say that to bring it full circle is there is more than one asset now, and a lot of my friends are Bitcoin maximalists, and it's got to be about Bitcoin. But the only thing I would share as advice to investors is there are so many different interesting protocols to invest in out there, in so many different companies. And so a portfolio should be more than just one thing. And the perspective I would have is Bitcoin's been amazing. Our fund's up 600x. So, Bitcoin's done great. And I think it's going to go up another 10x or something from here. But I'm not sure that I actually think the majority of future gains are from things other than Bitcoin. And I know that sounds heretical to some people in the audience, but it's kind of like in 1998, saying that the majority of future tech gains were not in Microsoft. Microsoft did great. It was worth $260 billion then, but Amazon was worth $10 billion, Apple was worth $1 billion, and Google and Facebook were $0. They weren't even existing yet. And since then, Microsoft's only been 20% of the gains since 1998 in tech. All these other companies that didn't even exist in 1998. And that's the spirit I have here, is that I think Bitcoin's going to go up a ton. It's a huge, great investment. If that's all you can get through your IC, you should be long Bitcoin. But if you can be long a basket of things, I think it's going to outperform.